Most people treat roasting cacao like roasting coffee, or worse, like they are roasting peanuts for a snack. They think the darker the better. Let me tell you, most of the big names you may be loving, they haven't got it right. I'm here to tell you, if you over roast your beans, you are committing a crime. You are burning away the terrain, the flavor profile. Terrain is not just a fancy word for wine tasters. The singular region doesn't belong to them only. That is floral, fruity, and spicy notes. They are locked inside the cacao bean also. A cacao bean has typically 900 flavors. And in South India, it has multiple flavor notes. These notes are exactly what make your brand valuable. If you burn them away, you are just making bitter brown candy. And you can buy that at any grocery store for 50 rupees. I'm revealing the gentle curve roasting secret. The secret that big industrial companies don't want you to know because they cannot do it. At scale, it doesn't matter to them. Rather, they want to strip off all the flavor. Roasting is where the soul of your chocolate is born. It is the moment of transformation. After the fermentation, the roasting is the most crucial stage. It is where the chemical precursors that turn into the actual flavor profiles we crave. What started in fermentation, you have to finish in the roasting. It's a story, chapter by chapter. If you get this wrong, no amount of expensive refining, no amount of perfect tempering can save your bar. Don't get lured by these Instagram gurus. It's all fake. I've spent decades studying the Maillard reaction in cacao, the science of how the amino acids and the sugars interact under heat. I want to show you how to use a simple home oven. Don't run and buy industrial ovens or whatever has been floated on the Instagram. That beats a big brand's very single time. Yes, your small roaster can beat any bigger brand. Why does industrial chocolate taste the same every time you taste it? Have you ever thought? Because they roast high and they roast fast. Why? To hide the taste of the low quality fermented poorly beans. They just burn the beans to standardize the flavor. And on the top, they will alkalize it also. We do the opposite. We roast low and slow. In my micro lab, we rarely go above 130 degrees or 140 in certain cases. Rather, we start slow. We are looking for a gentle development. We listen for the crack, just like popcorn. Cacao beans have a pop. That is the moment the husk separates from the nib. That is your signal. That is the internal pressure is perfect. Now the breathing phase. Now removing the acidity. Here is something no one tells you. The first 10 minutes of roasting aren't about flavor. They are about cleaning the bean. Of what? Cacao is fermented. It contains acetic acid. If you do not let the bean breathe during the roast, that acid stays trapped inside. Your chocolate will taste like vinegar or harsh chemicals, or the worst case, medicine. Most beginners rush this. They keep the oven closed tight. I'll show you how to vent the moisture. To let the bad flavors out, So the chocolate notes can finally shine. This is the part most people miss. The roast does not stop when you turn off the oven. Yeah, cacao butter is an incredible insulator of heat. If you do not flash cool your beans, guess what? They continue to cook from the inside for 20 minutes. And these are the common mistakes. I'm telling you, the so called masters, they will make these mistakes. By the time they cool, they are over roasted. I'll show you a simple tray and fan method to drop the temperature by 45 degrees in 60 seconds. This locks in the flavor profile instantly. Remember, fermentation, one chapter. We have to continue the story to the next chapter. This is the difference between a worker and a chocolatier. A worker follows a timer. A worker follows a recipe. A chocolatier follows the aroma. I will teach you how to sniff test your roast to find that exact golden second where the fruity notes peak. The spicy notes will peak right before they turn to a burning thing. Mastering the roast is how you justify a 400 rupee price point. You aren't selling a snack. 80% of the bean to bar in India, what is sold, you also know, I also know how they taste. And you are going to sell a sensory vintage. I have created a roasting log template. I want you to use it to track your time, temperature, and sensory notes. I have a special step to increase your sensory perceptions. It is the first step to becoming a scientist of flavor. Stop guessing and start measuring. Download the template at the link below. Let's start roasting for excellence and build a brand that people can taste from a mile away.